song that goes with my testimony. I did testimony earlier this week, parts 1, 2, and 3. And the chorus of this song is the one that when I was laying in bed, I was backslidden in 1978, June of 1978, and I was laying in the bed, and I'll just give you a brief synopsis, even though it's more in detail in the parts 1, 2, and 3. Laying in bed and just crying and thinking about God and thinking about the church services. And I was 15 and by myself. It was dark. There was no moon or anything that night, no night light. And I was laying in bed, and this song kept going over and over in my mind. The chorus, surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel his mighty power and his grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. And that was going over and over in my mind, and I was just crying, tears just streaming down my cheeks, just missing church, missing God, missing the presence of God. And the door of my bedroom was open, and it just lit up. I mean, it was just like a light shining from top to bottom. And at the time, I thought, oh, Mom probably got up and turned on the kitchen light, and or maybe the moon came up and it was shining. So I laid there crying for a while, and when I got done, I got up and I went to look. There was no moon out that night, and nobody was up in the house. So we had one little night light that was over the stove at that time, but it was not bright enough to shine down the hallway onto my door. But anyway, I ended up going to church. That was, I don't know when that was. It must have been like close to the weekend, like a Friday or a Saturday, because Brother Mailer and Sister Mailer had came out to see me, and I ran and hid because I wasn't dressed appropriate. And Mom gave me Aunt Bonnie's baptismal certificate and to look at that day before that night, and told me just think about what I'm doing, thinking about church, think about what I'm doing, because I was not going anymore. And but anyway, that night all this hit me, and this happened. So I went to church. I believe it was that next Sunday, or close to within a week of that time. And while I was in church, feeling condemnation because I had backslid and everything, and Sister Donna Baker gave tongues and interpretation. And when she gave tongues and interpretation, you sat up and took notice because it was very strong, and you knew God was going to speak. And in her tongues interpretation, she interpreted and she said, I stood by your bedside and I watched you cry last night. And I knew it was God. I knew it was God telling me that he saw me where I was, and he did watch me cry in my bed that night. And but anyway, I stayed in church from that point on, and God is good. If you are in a place where you're missing him, he knows you're missing him. And don't give up on yourself, because he will never give up on you.